Welcome back, everybody. It is day 2 of Step 2 for the Women's Racing League Season 2. There's a lot of twos going on, and we also have two casters. Susan is with me once again. No, wait, you're on this side. I learned yesterday. Welcome back.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, Valen. We're here again for the second day with more amazing matches of the second step of the Women's Racing League. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all recovered from yesterday with all the double trouble action, another two, by the way, of playing the World Tour as well as Women's Racing League. Hopefully all the players are more rested today and prepared to perform here.
Exactly.
And have fun.
That is the most important thing. Remember to have fun, ladies, but I intend to have some of that, let me tell you. Speaking of what we are having, there are 2 matches in the next round planned out of 4 rounds total. We have the upper bracket final between Equinox and Lunaena. The winner of that match will end up immediately into the grand final, and the loser of that has to do a little detour in the lower bracket final, where they will face either Apex Predators or the Shorkies. They will be playing in the next round. At the same time, if we scroll down a little bit, there is a 5th, 6th place match happening as well between AFAP and Molotov Gaming. So maybe there is some kind of POV stream of that. I'm not certain, but we will be covering Equinox versus Lunaena, and I'm very excited. Do you have any predictions, Susan? What do you think?
Well, if you were here yesterday, you might know that so far I've been predicting all of the Equinox wins, and I will just keep going with this. And if it goes wrong today, they can blame me.
Okay.
But I predicted all of the wins yesterday, and they won. I'm their unofficial certified angel, and I will just keep that up. And I believe in them.
All right. Well, Equinox on a win for you. Good to know. Also, I'd like to say hi to Neon Colored in chat, my usual caster who can't be here today. Neon, love to see you in chat. Hope you're doing good. Right, I think we're maybe gonna check out the server and see what is
I'm already in there.
You're already in there? Nice. We're going to server 1, I'm guessing. And we're going to see some picks and bans. We have, of course, 5 beautiful maps that we are going to be watching. There we go. I'm in the server. Eva and
still
Shorty
waiting
Gray.
For a player. Oh.
Yeah, Luna is
not anymore.
Now connecting Nico and Luna. Of course, normally Luna's teammate is Celiosta, but she is sick, so they have a substitute. But substitute Nico has been doing pretty well because they did make it to the top 4 in day 2. So I would say that is a very good substitution performance. Let's see if they can make it to the grand final as well. Don't know. I don't think they've done pick and bans yet. I'm looking at the chat. No, I don't think so.
Well, I mean, Luna just joined literally just after you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very excited. Chat, what do you think? Let us hear your predictions and your wishes. Who you're cheering for. What is happening here? I can't wait.
This is gonna be great. Let's see if we can see Glacialis again. Since Team Equinox did actually manage to win at the map, or if they're gonna immediately ban it. Because they even though they won, they say we're so traumatized by this map.
There's no bans.
Never want to see it again.
There's no bans.
Oh yes, that's right. Because
it's a best of 5 indeed. All matches today will be a best of 5. So every team will pick a map. So we're gonna see at least 3 maps, and of course, if it is a 2 versus 2 situation, we're gonna maybe go to the 5th map. But we'll see 3 maps for sure. No bans today. So they really have to step it up and be practiced on all of these maps. Equinox has the first pick. Let's see what they will pick. Wouldn't it be surprising if they did pick Glacialis? That would be a fun.
I don't think they would, but considering how they won yesterday, maybe Shorty feels great on the map now, and they at least won't be too mad.
They need to hurry a little bit, though, if I'm honest. Oh, there we go. Ninetales. Okay. The timer almost ran out.
Yes, close call there.
So, of course, there's the consideration, like, do you pick the map you don't like first? Or do you pick it last and hope that you don't get there, right? But then if you do get there, it's your deciding map. Like, what is the thought process there?
We got Delightful Winter for Luna Ena. We see the flip. Luna is really, really fast on Delightful Winter. We saw that yesterday. Then we got Years Lost, and the decider will be Glacialis, and we will see that as the decider map again. I hope we get to map 5. Please make it happen. I want to see that again so bad. Especially as the decider map. It just extra chef's kiss.
It's going to be very good, and let's hope that ice slides will be ever in their favor, let's say. Right, we have 60 seconds before we start, and the match is, of course, between Luna Ena, it's Luna, and Nico Lady versus Equinox, Eva, and Shorty Gray, fighting for a place in the grand final, or maybe a detour through the lower bracket. That is the stakes. Those are the stakes.
We could see this matchup again in the grand final.
It could be. It could be that we get another one of these exactly. Some might go for some revenge, or maybe defending their.
Maybe the Shorties will bite their way back up.
It could be. It could be. Equinox.
There were no curses, Sarah. I don't know what you're talking about.
You felt the curses. Oh no!
Nothing happened.
I wash my hands of this.
All right, we're on the correct map now.
Yes.
We have a warm-up going on. This is, of course, the first match of the day, so all the players will have to warm up a little bit.
Exactly. There might be some first round nerves, first map. Always a little bit iffy how that goes. Like, do you come out of the gate screaming or crying, so to speak? It's it's always a little bit scary to be on this first map. So let's see who can keep their nerves in check. I mean, all these ladies are now used to driving in a competitive setting like this. So it shouldn't be like a complete scary new thing to them. Although I'm not sure how much Nico Lady has, how much experience she has, but I know the other three do have some of it. So 6 seconds. You can see a preview of the map. It is a map built by a pro. Ninetales. Good luck. Have fun. Day 2 is starting right now. Susan, go for it.
All right, so we immediately see that Luna has indeed currently the world record on this map, but we have an early mistake and slowdown by both Shorty and Nico, falling a little bit behind while Luna and Yeva are staying in front. Luna currently in a second place, but it will all come down to how they take these transition. Luna with a really beautiful no-slide line has so much more speed than Yeva, maintaining road contact as best as possible in all of these transition. This map has such a nice flow to it, in my opinion, but you really gotta commit to that flow, because if you collect airtime or have weird drifts here and there, you are gonna lose speed. Shorty respawning, but Luna is just driving this map so beautifully, managing to finish in the risky finish, but barely, because she hit the finish after all. Shorty going for the safe finish, and Nico behind in 4th place, which means this will be a tie. 1 point.
I was gonna say, to no one's surprise, we start with a draw, which has never happened before ever in the history of the Women Racing League. Surely we're not familiar with this concept. We have a draw. Let's see who can break the tie. We have some crashes immediately. Shorty Gray has to respawn, but also Nico is having not the best time of it, but is still in 3rd place though. Shorty looking at 6 seconds already. That's going to be hard to catch up, especially with the likes of Luna in the lead, and Eva, of course, chasing. The gap is only 0.3, 0.4, but still, I mean, catching up to Luna is just not an easy task. Luna coming out of that with a bit more speed. And with the outside dirt line, they both get it nicely. Luna a little bit more outside, even a little bit more speed coming out of it. Both going for the risky finish, I'm guessing, and both will get it indeed. Nico is now also on 6 seconds. Will probably opt for the safe finish, yes. And, oh, well, Shorty did go for the risky, and with a bump and a hop, she did make it in there. The victory is there, though, for Luna and Nico Lady. So Luna will take the lead with 3-2.
Yes, and if we continue with all of these draw situations, that would be very much an advantage for them. And we have seen Luna very much leading this race so far on this map. Yeva definitely in the start being able to keep up, but throughout the map, Luna just has a much faster, smoother pace so far. Yeva has a little bit more speed here though. Beautiful plastic line as well, so this is definitely the closest match we've had so far. There's different lineups that they have for this grass slide. Yeva goes more on the inside, but that of course means that she has to have more airtime while Luna manages to go further on the outside to maintain more speed, and so far that has been paying off, which means Luna will finish in first place again. Shorty third now, Nico in fourth, both going for the safe finish.
There it is, another draw indeed, and if we keep going like this, Luna will take the win for that, but 1 point of a difference between the two teams is really not a very big one. Anything can happen here still. Once again, it is Luna and Eva going hand in hand into that first drift. We really have to go far to the right into that grass. Luna coming out of that with so much speed though. That no slide action. Oh no, Eva crashing. And this will be an opportunity for Luna to put some good points on the board here if they can and widen that gap. Let's take a look at Luna on the outside, dirt onto the grass, and she's going towards the finish, and she will of course go for the risky. There it is, a 47.5 on the clock. Shorty this time with a nice second place, and Nico does manage to end up in a third, so that means Switch and Nico win again, and they are now on a 2-point gap. 6 points.
We also have in the chat right now some information regarding the other match that was currently gonna go on, and we also see some early mistakes by both Nico right at the start and afterward Shorty. AFAB have for Fate, and so Molotov Gaming will win by default. The other match is not happening currently, and Molotov is getting that better position, which I think is 5th place, right?
Yes. Yeah.
In the meantime, Luna comfortably in the lead, in the front, no mistakes so far. Nico Lady trying to somehow finish the map, staying behind. I noticed that Yeva was going for a much more outside approach, or a little bit more outside approach on that grass, getting less airtime. But of course, if Luna's just the world record like that, there's nothing you can really do.
That was her own PB, right? Because she only made a record by 3,000ths of a second.
World record is world record.
The world record. There it is. Yeah, she already had it. That's what I mean. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So that is another draw. Means a 5-7, and that puts Luna on map point. Of course, this time we're going for 3 map wins. You don't just need 2, you need 3. So this is going to be a little bit longer. Yeva, not with the best lineup here, gets overtaken by her own teammate. Shorty, great, but Luna, again, just out of this world, driving out of her mind, and is really comfortable on this map. Might even take a stab at her own world record. Shorty touches that big block that was put there, and Eva manages to overtake her own teammate once again. Nico is on 5-second gap, and let's see if Luna can break her own record. She cannot, but she's only 0.1 behind Eva, and Shorty make it in place 2 and 3. It is now 6-8 And Lunaina is getting a little bit closer to that victory on this first map here. And it is Equinox pick as well.
Yes, this certainly hurts for my prediction, but it is only the first map. Anything can still happen. They have not won yet, but if you're gonna keep driving world records in the rounds, or at least get close to it, Luna has just an insane pace on this map. We just have to really point that out and emphasize that. Driving very fast, consistent lines. So far only crashed in one round, but pushing for all that speed. Yeva trying to stay behind, still going for the inside approach at the start of the grass here, which is a little bit slower than Luna's line. Not by much per se, but she certainly cannot catch up with this. Shorty touched. Well, Luna is jumping into the finish, so is Yeva, and Luna... Shorty is now also finishing. Nico in fourth, so we have another draw, which is of course great for Lunaina.
Exactly, 7-9. The only scenario where Equinox wins this map now is if they ace Lunaina, which is not an easy task considering how Luna has been driving. They need to ace. Any other result will be a win for Lunaina. And right out the gate, Luna just, again, in first place. Nico with a bit of a gap already. So, I mean, as long as Luna gets first or second place, they're good. That is still going to be really fine. So she doesn't even have to risk it that much. She just has to stay ahead of one of these girls. Like you said here, it's quite a different line, and Luna just has a lot more speed coming out of that. Shorty in a third place, still keeping up. If Luna makes a mistake, she is ready to snipe it, but Luna does not. Eva does set a new PB. Luna with a 47.6 manages to take the win here. Draw. With 8-10. The first map goes to Lunaina, and we are now going to Delightful Winter. We know that Luna is fast on that too, but the first map is in the pocket. There it is. Very dominant performance by Luna, I will say. Confident, definitely. Fast, and just...
I'm sure we will see something similar on this map, to be honest, because as you can immediately see, Luna also has the world record currently on this map. I think the pace will be equally fast, where Luna will just fly off in first place. So Equinox, if they want to have a chance, really have to rely on somehow keeping up with that pace, or hoping that Luna will make a massive mistake somewhere so they can potentially win a round or overtake and even ace. But this is Lunaina's own pick, so we will
They know they can drive this, yeah.
Yes, they know they can drive this. I'm sure this will go similarly to the previous map, because just like last map, you have these dirt and grass turns here and there, where you just have to really take them smoothly, not lose too much in those
doing some stunts
as well. So this is also one of these maps where you really need to like stay in the flow, keep all of the speed that you can keep, and not lose it. And Luna has been really great at that so far. But we're starting into the first round. Everyone's still close together, but immediately in the very first turn here, we see some different approaches. Yeva and Luna ahead, battling it out, being neck and neck. Let's see how the next third turn will go. A little bit of different lines, but still very close together. Anything can happen. Both go super outside here, but Luna is going even more outside than Luna. There were only a few pixels between her and that border, so she will stay ahead for now. Another tight turn. But both of them get
speed though
really well. Yeva has a lot of speed. It's really neck and neck, but so does Luna. Let's see who will take it in the finish. Luna is ahead, and she will finish first. Yeva much closer though than on the last map so far. Shorty only half a second behind, and Nico finishing as well, and we have a draw.
We have another draw to start with, and strong performance by both Luna and Eva. Very nice times, and Ieva is right there. Like, Luna hasn't made a mistake yet, but any tiny mistake she makes, Ieva will snack that right up. Nico makes an early mistake, though, so it is up to Luna now to get that first place once again. So the pressure is still on there. The pressure's on there every round, basically. But she does deliver. Shorty still close behind in third place. Ieva really challenging Luna, though. If Ieva can overtake here, that would mean a very different situation. Suddenly, Luna going into the final stretch in first place, and she does manage to do that. It is a new PB for Ieva. But with a 47.1, Luna will clock it in. Draw. And we have a draw. 2-2.
New round, new chances for Team Equinox to up their pace, to keep up with Luna. Let's see what happens this round. So far, Ieva in the lead. Shorty really close to Luna as well. Luna slowly catching up to Ieva again, and they're both neck and neck. Ieva missed mistake. Ieva falling behind, so now it's up to Shorty to keep up with Luna throughout the whole map. We can see Luna go so much more on the outside on the start than Shorty, taking a bit of a safer approach. It's also really beautiful to see the way Luna controls her car right before a turn to make sure to set up in a way that she keeps as much speed as possible, turning her car at the right angle, and with that she's far ahead, finishing. Shorty with a PB, though, kept up with Luna. Ieva finishing in third, and Nico also about to finish now, so it's another draw. Equinox are definitely making this hard for Luna Ena to get any advantage out of this map so far.
Exactly. It is really Luna's map to lose at this point. If she keeps being this consistent and getting first place, then like Ieva and Shorty have to be second and third every time, or Nico will just snack that point away. Because we have Ieva now poking at the door, but Luna says no thank you and immediately takes that first place back. Shorty's about 0.4 behind at this point, and Ieva has to correct that a little bit. But Ieva does have more speed here, had a little bit of a better drift than Luna. Can she hold on to that lead? This is a very important chase here. Is she gonna make it? And she does make it, and there it is. This is so important because like this huge wall that Luna has built here is now crumbling a little bit. They have to do something now. Nico must get a second or a third place in order to take that point back. Draws alone will go in favor of Equinox, and it won't be enough for Luna Ena.
Let's see if they can do it again. Maybe Ieva has warmed up now finally on the second map, but immediately falls behind. Oh no! Luna is far in the lead. Shorty really close behind still. Let's see if she can catch up in these next turns. Going a lot more outside now. Shorty actually going more outside on the dirt than Luna, but Luna is still in the lead. Shorty is really pushing it right, and now I'm not surprised if we will see a new PB for Shorty in this round. Yeah. She is a bit behind Luna though, but she has been risking some of these turns a lot more than we've seen in previous rounds so far because she knows she has to push.
Wow.
But it's another draw, but this is great for Equinox.
Exactly. Equinox,
if they keep this up, they will win.
Yeah. It is now basically Equinox's game to lose, even though it's only one more point of a difference, but still, the way this has been going, the ball is in Nico's court. They have to do something, and Shorty and Ieva just have to keep doing what they've been doing. Second and third, that will get them the map. Let's see if Nico and Luna can do something about this. Nico with an early tiny error, but it's still not too bad. Any mistake and she could snack something up. Doesn't get the drift very nicely though. Let's take a look at the front here where Luna is again in the lead, but Eva and Shorty on her heels, and they can smell the dust coming from her tires. Can they overtake? Will Luna make a mistake here, or will she continue to get first places here? Because I think she's 100% in first places on this map, if I'm not mistaken. So she hasn't let up yet, and it looks like she's going to do the same thing one more time. Yes, she is. A 47.2, really, really fast times here. And Nico with a fourth place. It is another draw. Equinox now has track point. They would need an ace for it, which, if you look at what's been happening, is not very likely. But hey, you never know. It could happen. 3 draws would also go a long way.
It does put a lot of more pressure on Team Luna-Ena. Yeva and Shorty just have to breathe into Luna's neck, basically, make her feel the dragon's breath and hope that she will get scared by it. But even if not, it's still alright if they just draw. They just have to stick close to her and push a little further. Not even push that much. In a way, they kind of have to save, actually, to make sure they don't make a mistake big enough so that Nico could overtake them, because that would be really fatal for them. And right now they are in the leading position, and we've seen these draws in most of the matches so far. These positions: Luna in first, Yeva second, Shorty shortly behind on third, and then Nico. This is just the ranking of the player's pace currently, and if it keeps going like this, it's Equinox's win.
It is indeed, and also now a track point for Luna-Ena if they manage to ace. So, like you said, it is very important for Shorty and Eva to not make a mistake here and take too much risk, because then suddenly Nico could overtake and ruin their day a little bit. For now, it is once again Luna and Eva in first place and Shorty following. And Eva makes a tiny touch, but I don't think she is slow enough to be overtaken by Nico. Oh, but there, what happened there? I'm not sure what that was. Shorty made a mistake, still manages to stay ahead of Nico though, and I will say that for a very last minute sub that Nico is, she is doing an amazing job keeping up, because all these ladies are just so fast, and she is still showing up here and doing the work, so that is really good. Meanwhile, it is 9-8. Both teams are so close.
Potentially the last round. But lucky to see with Nico, in my opinion, is that you can really see throughout the match, as she's driving on these maps more, that she just keeps on improving and improving.
She's getting into it, yeah,
throughout the map. At the start, you could see Nico did not even really know how to approach that very first drift, but now she's not falling as much behind immediately right at the start. So she is getting her footing on this map, and then of course that's put pressure on Team Equinox. They cannot afford to make big mistakes, because then Nico will overtake. Luna is in the lead currently, Yeva closely behind, Shorty over half a second behind. Those two can still see them in clear sight. They're all finishing, and that is a point for Equinox. And we will go to an Equinox pick now. I believe we will see the flip, if I remember correctly.
We will, indeed. 10-9, Equinox takes the victory. Wow. GG.
I'm interested to see how that one will play out, and how many times, like how consistently the players will get the flip to work.
True, because you have to, it's a really precise lineup to those flips, and if you're just a little bit off, it just immediately doesn't work. And if you counter steer the wrong way, it immediately doesn't work. So a mistake is easily made here on this map. It's very unpredictable, and it could go either way. We know they can be fast. Stella has the world record with 43.21. But here's that outside dirt turn. You really have to like fall into it nicely, come out of it with a good flip, and hope that you land on your feet again. Of course, you can take the safe way, but that will put you in a slow-mo, so you ideally don't want to do that. But in a pinch, it is a possibility. We have 20 more seconds on the clock, and it's gonna be flippin' awesome, is what I'm gonna
say. Yesterday, we saw a lot of situations where you could easily, comfortably get second place with even completing the flip only on your second try after a respawn because...
Yeah, so many mistakes all over the
Yes,
place. Yeah.
there were so many mistakes by the players when we saw that map yesterday. Many going even the safe way for the flip as well, if they just knew beforehand that they could not achieve it with their setup in that round. Let's see how it will go for these players. Yeva and Luna in front, going really outside on the dirt. Shorty right behind them. They all managed to complete the flip. What is
interesting, Luna of Nico, just not even trying the flip, instantly going for the safe.
Which is probably a smart decision if you have not trained this map properly.
Exactly.
It will really be fatal to waste your time on trying to get this flip right in rounds if you just don't have the setup in your muscle memory.
Yeah.
It will lose you so much time.
What?
And we immediately
world record.
See, instantly see Luna take the world record from Stella here on this map.
Wow.
Great round.
Putting her signature on this map says, hello, I'll take it. This is mine. Hold my car and yeah, let's go. We do have another draw though. So Luna with a beautiful new record. And like you said, it is probably, oh, Shorty though with some bumps and bruises. Doesn't quite come out properly there. And again, Nico going for the safe. And again, that is a good idea if you're not confident in that jump because it is very, very precise. Luna and Ieva, though, do have some jumps in mind. However, Ieva does not quite get the lineup and will now have to stay ahead of Nico. Shorty Gray with a respawn. It is still Luna in the lead. She's going to get another first place and 0.3 now slower than her previous run, but still, and it is this time Ieva in second, but Nico ends up in third because Shorty is not having the best day at the moment or the best run. And there it is, a victory for Luna Ena, and that could be very, very important.
Yes. Due to the whole Nico substitute situation, we are continuing to see the same order in the rounds of the players. We've seen so many draws and it will probably continue to happen unless there's massive blunders and mistakes as we just saw from Shorty. You really don't want that to happen. And then of course now Luna Ena is in the lead. Points wise, they're having the advantage of being able to just having to keep up their pace, their current pace, to continue with these draw situations. Luna, Yeva, and Shorty all go for the flip and make it, but Shorty falling quite a bit behind, not too comfortable with some of these jumps. It would be nice if the flip would be like the only hard transition jump on this map,
but it's really not.
But there's two more, especially the last one. We have another world record by Luna Yeva, also with a new PP for herself. Insane pace by these maps.
What the heck?
Draw.
Luna is really just hunting these world records today. I'm sure that's just her goal.
Exactly, just sharpening the PBs and what the heck. Maybe indeed we are going below 43 here. Wouldn't that be something special? Let's see if she's up for it. Ooh, Nico has to respawn that first jump. Doesn't quite get it nicely. Oh, we have a very rare mistake here by Luna. And Ieva is able to overtake. Does now have 0.7 of a lead on Luna, and Luna is going outside, so she gets a lot of speed, and she is on a hunt now, trying to get that first place back. It would be a victory for Equinox, which would be very important. Oh, and Ieva doesn't have the speed, and Luna does have more speed. She will overtake again. Can she hold a turn? She can, just like that. Luna just says, no, I want it back. It is mine. Takes first place. Ieva cracked a little bit under the pressure, couldn't hold the turn, and Luna takes advantage
I just quickly want to point out that when we're talking about world records here, that it will always mean world records that have been driven and only considering runs of the competition. There's 2 different versions of these maps. They're the same, but one are the maps that have been published, and the other maps are being used in the tournament. So whether or not Luna has practiced offline or online is not it doesn't matter. But Yeva has an early mistake. This is horrible for Team Equinox. So yes, Luna is world record holder currently for in the rounds in the competition. And that is also why we will continue to see new and new world records, because Shorty going for a second flip there on that one jump, making it through that turn. Somehow, like, I mean, definitely she lost speed, but it looked very, very elegant, if not intentional. Nico trash. Can Yeva overtake her again? Where are they? Nico is still in front, but very slow. Yes, Yeva can overtake, indeed. So this is not a nightmare situation for Lunaina. But yes, we will continue to see world records here as well set in the rounds, because of course there are not 100 versions.
The flip delivers once again. My goodness. We have a new round here. Yeva, Nico with a respawn, unfortunately, but it is Luna and Yeva now going into the first flip together, and they both get it very well. Luna coming out a little bit faster. Shorty also with a respawn, so we have another fight for first and fight for third maybe going on. Luna now with a better line. It takes a little bit of a gap. It's not a big gap, but it is a gap, 0.4, 0.5. And Yeva does seem to have to let go of Luna for now. It is not a new record, but it's only 0.1 away from the record. Let's take a look if Shorty can stay ahead of Nico. She can do that.
Yes, where
this is one of those. Yeah,
where she just did a flip. Where we keep doing that.
You go first.
I was gonna say, Shorty did not flip again on that last transition jump, and it made that beautifully. Before, on the actual flip, she had a very bad accent, which meant that she couldn't catch up to Nico there, but manages to get ahead afterwards. But here, now in the first transition jump, she does have to respawn. Shorty, of course, I'm meaning, and Yeva and Luna are in first and second, but Yeva also has to respawn, does not have the nice lineup, landed on the border there before that transition jump. So Shorty overtook her. They're both together head and head in third and second, but of course over 7 seconds behind, which means Luna can comfortably finish in first place. Yeva and Shorty also getting towards the finish line, but soon they have to pick up their pace and manage to get a win in if they want to catch up to Lunaina, because they will already have 8 points after this round, which only
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Drawing, if you keep drawing like this, that will go in favor of Lunaina. Yeva or Shorty have to overtake Luna at some point if they want to have a chance here, but I mean, she's just so fast, and her shoulders are very, very broad with all the carrying that she's doing. It's quite amazing to see. Look at that, another beautiful flip. Yeva and Shorty in second and third place. Nico with respawns. This is looking like another draw, and Luna is very okay with that, if that is what it's going to be. Yeva not with the best landing, loses a little bit of speed there. Shorty gets a little bit closer, but neither are able to drive up to Luna here. Luna with a 0.5. Shorty sets a new PB, and just Luna is so fast. They are now at 9 points. Both teams are on track point. Lunaina only needs 1 point in order to seal the deal. Equinox needs 2. They have to get past Luna. There is no other scenario here where they can win. They need to get past her, but can they do it?
We will see that right now in this round, as they would have to complete that in this round. Will we see any early mistakes from, say, a Shorty? No, she gets through, falling a little bit behind, did not have the nicest line there, but setting up for the flip, completing that as well, while Yeva is attacking Luna. Shorty has to repeat the flip. She managed to do it, but she did not.
Ahead.
She started right in front of the checkpoint and had to do the whole flip all over again, which means Neko is actually ahead of Shorty. Yeva in second place probably cannot quite catch up to Luna, very close behind though, even PBing in this round. But since Luna got first, that is it. It does not matter what the players are doing as long as Luna gets first. Team Luna are winning this map.
Victory.
Which means that Luna will have 2 points now, while Equinox has 1 point. We will go to the fourth map.
And that fourth map is going to be Years Lost. Not a map we've seen too many times. We've seen it a few times, but there are definitely maps that we have seen more frequently. It is a pick by Luna, though. They preferred playing this over Glacialis, so let's see if they how they fare on it. Luna has 2 maps to their name, while Equinox only has 1. They need to take it back now, Equinox. They need to take this map win, even though it is picked by Luna. Can they get it back? Can they squeeze a 5th map out of this? Are we going to do some ice skating, or will they close it out with a big yump? Luna, I mean, they have to win this, and then they will seal the deal in the grand final, or to the grand final. But let's see if Equinox can put a stop to that run and send them over to the lower bracket. I don't know.
I think the better question is, will Luna take over that world record and steal it from Stella? As we've seen on the previous map.
That could be the question, indeed. We have 2 seconds on the clock. And Stella with the world record, driven yesterday, of course. Years Lost, made by Ieva. So it's a home game by Ieva. I mean, she made the map. Let's see if that brings her an advantage. Susan, go ahead.
Yes, maybe it was a psychological trick to pick this map against Yeva, actually, by Luna. Neko with an early mistake and crash. Shorty also less speed than the other players, falling behind. Luna is ahead and currently in front of Yeva, so perhaps it was a good map choice. Almost at the finish even. I always feel like on this map the finish comes up so quickly. Once you get to the last turn, finishing in first place, we don't immediately see a world record. Yeva finishing, Shorty failing the finish, which means Neko will overtake Shorty, and immediately we have a victory for Luna. They get 2 points, but Team Equinox gets only 1 point, and we've seen that one decider round like this could already mean
everything. Yeah. That could be everything, indeed. And like that jump, once you're off the ground, your wheels, that's it. Hopefully you've aimed correctly, because there is no more aiming or steering, and it's actually quite easy to miss, I will say. In this round, though, Neko has made a tiny error. She is now 3 seconds behind the leader, which is her own teammate. And like you said, this finish comes quite early. It is only 39 seconds long. It is one of the shorter maps. Luna will finish in first place. Ieva is right behind Shorty, right behind that, and Neko is about to take that last yump into the finish. There it is. It is another draw.
Yes, we're back to our normal leaderboard lineup with these 4 players. Let's see if we will see that in the next rounds as well, or we see bigger mistakes and maybe a chance for Team Equinox to catch back up and even out the playing field, because they desperately need that. If they do not win this map, we will not see Glacialis, which would be very sad, of course, to see. or rather not to see. Luna, however, is in front. Eva behind her, Shorty with a mistake, falling behind, Nico falling behind as well on 4th place. So far as Luna is approaching the finish again, it does look like if everyone makes the finish jump, which yes they do, we have a draw again.
We have another draw, 3-4, and we are inching closer and closer to a Luna grand final. If we continue like this, it is now like the ball is in Shorty and Eva's court. They have to do something here. They have to make sure that Luna does not get that first place at least one of these rounds. Nico with a no slide, unfortunately, with those pillars there in the way a little bit. Shorty Gray going a little bit of a different line than Luna and Eva, and those two are now battling it out. Eva knows what the mission is. She knows she has to get past. Oh, but did they both clip? Wait. It looked like Eva clipped, but she didn't slow down, or Luna clipped as well, and they slowed both down. I'm not even sure what that was, but they both jumped to the finish, and it looks like, ooh, okay, Eva actually crashes into the side. Doesn't quite matter. Luna gets first place with a 40.5. We have another draw, and again, if we keep drawing like this, Luna will be in the grand final.
Indeed. Let's see how this will go in this next round. Everyone makes it through the pillars. Where's Nicolady? Nicolady does not make it through the pillars, has to respawn. Crash. Respawns over and over and over again. Well, Shorty Gray is falling a bit behind on her 3rd place. We've seen that happen with her taking a bit of a different line approach. Eva attacking Luna, actually overtaking her right now, however. Who will win it in the finish jump?
This is huge.
Will Eva set up her angle in a way that she makes it first? Yes, she does. Luna finishing in 2nd, Shorty Gray, and this is what Team Equinox really, really needed.
Yep.
All the players, both teams have 6 points now, so it's really everyone's game again. We are so back.
Yeah, we are so back. And Equinox has another shot. Your prediction may still come true if they keep this up. They do need to do this one more time. They need to get past Luna one more time in order to secure the win here. And let's see if they're up for it. Once again, a good start by Eva, who is now in 1st place. But Luna does overtake. They have a little bit different lines, and both of them come out nicely. Eva has more speed, gets a little bit less of airtime, a little less of a bumpy ride. And this time it is Switch, actually, or Luna, I'm sorry. No, Eva, wait, what? But Shorty now with more speed, and now, oh my goodness, but now it's Luna with more speed, and she will still get first place, even though Shorty PB'd. Nico in 3rd place. What is happening? Suddenly it's a win. Luna is on match point. They only need another victory. Equinox could do it if they get the ace. They could extend this map and we go ice skating. But my god, what was that?
I love to see this live ranking get shoveled up like that. Let's hope we see it again in this round. Team Luna, of course, having the upper hand now again, but Eva and Shorty are there to attack Luna. Eva in front. She really found her groove on this part of the map right now. She's keeping so much more speed than Luna. Luna actually almost falling back to Shorty. She's really in between the two of them. Shorty not with the nicest transition line. That is almost what happened to Eva in the last round, except Eva full-on crash. Shorty, however, also needing to respawn. Shorty, will you make it to the finish before? Nico will get to the finish in front of Shorty. So we will have a draw that could have been a good chance for Team Equinox to level it out again. They will have to do it in this round.
That was the chance for Equinox to pull it.
They can do it again.
Another draw out of there. They can do it again. They need to have a victory now. A victory or an ace. A draw won't do it. A victory for them would draw it. Oh my goodness. What is this map? And Shorty with a touch. Nico also a little bit behind. Has to make up for some time. But the battle is going to be fought here at the front between Luna and Eva. And they are so close together. Oh, that is huge. Huge crash by Luna. And that means Eva is now gonna take the lead. Can Shorty Gray overtake? She did overtake. This is gonna be the ace. Are they gonna do it? No, did Shorty aim? Her aim, she did it. There it is. Oh my God, Equinox takes the match. And we're gonna go to Glacialis.
My arms are shaking. So
What
Shorty
just
did not have
happened?
the nicest angle for the last
She went to the right
jump.
so far.
She went so far to the right. Luna was catching up in speed. She got closer and closer, but did not manage to overtake Shorty. This means so far no one has won their own map pick, by the way. I want to point that out.
Yes.
And also, we will see
Exactly.
Glacialis. I'm sure Team Equinox are having traumatic flashbacks to yesterday, where they also had to fight it out on this map as the decider map. It was very chaotic. Let's see if they have learned from that, since apparently they did win yesterday, and if they can replicate that performance. But with how the last map has been going, I'm so much looking forward to seeing what these players are gonna do on this map, when you have so many things depend on these ice slides.
Yeah. Everything can go wrong here and will go wrong probably. This is Murphy's Law. If Murphy's Law was a map, this was it, basically. Oh my goodness. Huh. I can't believe that ending of that map. That was cinema. Pure cinema. They aced just as they needed it most. Glacialis, you got your map. You were so eager to see Glacialis. I mean, I am always so excited when we get to map 5. And like, even this has been such a draw party. Let me put it like that. But still, like, we're gonna fight it out. None of the teams wants to give way to the other team. They're just gonna keep going for it. We're gonna start on Glacialis. There is some chatter in the chat.
Go cheer on your team.
How much they love ice. Let's see how they fare. Luna gets the best start with Shorty close behind. Nico has a respawn. And for now, all top three drivers are very close together. But Luna gets the best exit here. Actually, Eva coming quite close. Nico cannot quite get that start in the fingers. Luna going so much outside. It looked like she touched, but apparently she didn't. That must have been like 1 pixel in between there.
Shorty touched, however.
Shorty did touch, yeah, and she will slow down a little bit. We're going into that last ice slide here. Luna can hold it, and oh wait, no, she cannot hold it. Eva snipes it. Luna slides out at the last second, and Eva snacks it back, and there it is. It is. Wow. Okay. This is gonna be something. At the last second, Luna slides out.
And this is what these ice slides do to you. It can happen literally on the last meter right in front of the finish line. You think you have it and you slide out. We've seen that a few times happen yesterday as well. Of course, you can also slide out earlier in the ice slide. It is very scary and makes for a really intense ending of every single round. Which is why I like this map so much. Alright, we go on to the next. Nico's still practicing the start and will probably be busy doing that for quite a while, while the other players are in the very first ice slide. Who will get it well? All of them get it well. None of them slide out. Hierba almost not even hitting the road and the checkpoint there, but is still in it. Falling a little bit behind, however, had a bit of an awkward transition in the next turn. Shorty is attacking Luna, actually overtaking her for now. Who will take this last drift better? Shorty has a bit of the upper hand, but it all comes down to this ice slide. Luna has a better setup and will snipe both of them PB. This is so close, and we will have a draw.
That line.
But that could have been a win for Equinox. Those slides were insane. I was so scared they were gonna slide out again, because they went so inside in the end. It was so close. Both of them also almost hit the pillar there on the inside as well. Anything really could have happened, but instead both of them get actually through that ice slide and set massive great PB times. Just look at those.
What was that? That was that line by Luna was just absolute magic. Eva did not see that one coming. I think we can safely say this start is really quite something. If you don't get that bobsleigh correctly, then you don't have the speed to bounce out of that water, and it can be actually really, really tricky if you're not quite familiar with this. And of course, Nico is a substitute, so she wouldn't have had as much practice on it as Celios would have had. But I respect her a lot for continuing to do so and showing up like she is. Equinox only has 1 point ahead. This could still do something. Luna will take first place here. Will she PB? She does PB with a 45.0. Takes 0.3 off her PB. Eva in second place. Shorty Gray in third place. And if we keep drawing like this, it will suddenly be Equinox who is going to the final. Nico this time making it into the finish with fourth place.
Draw.
Equinox.
I'm a bit scared of Luna.
By 1 point.
Luna is getting more. I'm scared of Luna because her ice slide is getting more and more consistent. Like the very last ice slide, she gets it so well right now. Continuing to PB, really figuring out how to do that line, and Shorty actually falling a little bit behind the other two players in just before that ice slide. Even hitting the wall now, definitely falling behind. Not enough so that Nico will catch up to her just now. However, Yeva also crashed, so Luna is comfortably in the lead, very much more spread out across the whole map, approaching the last ice slide. Now Yeva with a bit of an awkward line just before the ice slide, but manages to catch herself. Another PB by Luna. Really scratching that almost sub 45 time. Maybe she will get a Vingomi's world record as well.
Draw.
We will see. Only time can tell. It's another draw.
And Nico now getting a little bit more consistent and familiar with this map. And she is setting the scopes, getting better and better. Hopefully she can get her confidence on this map as well. Luna now still in first place. She is still very, very fast. But Eva and Shorty know they can beat her now, and that's gotta feel good. They do. I mean, if they keep having draws again, it's gonna turn in their favor. They just need to basically keep doing what they've been doing, and it's gonna go well. Eva does touch, gets overtaken by her teammate Shorty Gray. But Nico is too far behind to be able to do anything about that. Luna sets a new world record.
We just talked about it. There it is.
44.389, and that is done and dusted. Luna was just warming up a little bit, I suppose. And yeah, beautiful world record by Luna. We have another draw. Again, it's only 4 more points for Equinox, 5 for Lunaena. Lunaena has to do something. But what a beautiful time that was.
Insane what these women are cooking for us. Alright, next round it is. Yava currently in the lead, Luna right behind, overtaking her now. Shorty falling behind, actually failing at the start a little bit. Both Yeva and Deluna make the ice slides though. Shorty also getting through it, still a bit behind the other two ladies. However, Yeva has a bit more speed in this section. Beautiful drifts. Luna still up there. They're neck and neck now. Let's see how the next drifts will go. Both of them also do it beautifully. It's all in the last ice slide, which we have seen Luna do so well. Yeva getting even more outside, however, and overtaking Luna in the last ice slide. Also driving a sub 45 time now in this round. Luna went a lot more outside than she was in the previous 2 rounds. Shorty finishing in third, which means another victory for Team Equinox. They will have 8 points now, while Team Luaena will have 6 points. just extending their lead to be a little bit more comfortable.
Victory.
Exactly, and that puts them on match point. And if technically they could finish it out now if Ieva or Shorty manage to finish in first place and the other one in third. They've done it before, they can do it again. Can they get past Luna for this round as well? Nico is respawning again. It does look like this match will go in favor of Equinox if this is the pattern that we are going to be following. And what a battle we have been seeing here. We have a touch on the side by Shorty Gray, but again, if they draw again, that is just fine. With Equinox, they will just have to draw one more time, and I don't think they mind that at all. Oh, Ieva now crashing. Shorty overtakes. It is Luna in first place, Shorty in second. Ieva will end up in third place with a little bit of a detour, but she does get there. And Nico in fourth. That is another draw, and that means that any first or second place by Equinox now will mean they are in the grand final.
Indeed, and what was nice to see from on Ieva's end just now in the last ice slide, once you slide out there, you're so slow, it's so hard to get that line to actually execute that turn well. You can lose so much time there, which is also exactly the reason why we've seen Nico just that far behind, even more apparent than on other maps. That is just what these ice slides will do to you. They're extremely awkward and horrible to drive if you do not have the setup and the approach and you do slide out. Correcting that is really hard. Ieva in front right now, followed by Luna, then Shorty, then Nico. Let's see how this will play out. Will we see more touches from Shorty Gray in that dirt turn? No, we don't, but right afterwards she will crash and respawn. This is all still fine. Ieva is in first. Luna overtaking. Ieva has a lot more speed going into that last ice slide, not losing it as well. Luna will finish in first. Ieva second. Shorty finishing third, and Nico will be in fourth place, but that draw is enough for Team Equinox to win this match, and I did call it again. I don't want to hear any more complaints about potential caster curses. This is your sign that that's just all a big conspiracy. GG to both
to Equinox
teams.
and GG to Luna Inna as well. They put up an amazing fight, but Equinox did come out on top. That brings us, what time is it? Let me see. We are officially 7 minutes away from the next round. Maybe we can do a 2-minute break, maybe, and then we will be right back. But of course, Equinox going to the grand final will be facing, we don't know yet who. Luna Inna will have to play the victor of the match, Apex Predators and the Shorkies. And then, of course, whoever wins that match will end up in the grand final. So we're going to have to see who comes out. It could be a rematch in the grand final of this one that we just saw. Of course, this was one of the... I think every single map was like max points on both sides before one of them got to 10. It was an incredibly long match. Love to see it, though. I love that everybody just kept fighting. That was really good to see. GG to both teams. There we are. We got some players in chat. Beautifully done. Let's see. Yeah, we've 19:05 is when the next match is scheduled. Apex Predators versus the Shorkies. Shall we do a quick 2-minute break?
Yes, and there will be a quick break.
Back. All right. Then we will see you in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. It is just me for this coming round. Susan had to go for a little bit, but she will join me back later. So you're going to have to do with me. We're going to watch the next map, or the next match, I will say, which is Apex Predators versus the Shorkies. This is the lower bracket semifinal, and we're fighting for a place in the lower bracket final, which is, of course, against Luna Ena, the team that we have just seen. Whoever wins that match still has a chance for the grand final, and the other team will be in third place. So let's see how they fare. Actually, fourth place. Wait, yeah, I'm confused. No, never mind. There it is. Yeah, we're gonna go into the pick and bans soon, but I don't think we're there yet because Linko is restarting game. Oh, they are back. So yeah, that was a match that was pretty amazing. Respect to all players, all teams. That was a marathon, honestly, and I commend everybody for sticking it out and just, you keep going as keep fighting for it. Really, really good stuff. Let's see. We are looking at the pick and bans that are about to happen. I need to have my notepad ready, right? There we go. There. Apex is also saying ready, so I think we're going into the picks and the picks, basically. We're not banning anything at the moment. This is also a best of 5. There it is. The picks. Apex has the first pick. And let's see which map we will see first. I'm writing my stuff down quickly. We're flipping immediately. It's gonna go right out the gate, and we're also playing some ice immediately. I am here for it, absolutely. So the Shorkies love the ice. Apex loves flipping. Let's see which other map Apex is ready to play. This is right out the gate. This is already going to be spectacular. Let me see. Then we have Apex picking again. Writing. And of course, there it is. Years Lost is going to be the next one. And Delightful Winter. Okay. So Ninetales will be the map to decide it if we go to map 5. Delightful Winter. I'm just writing real quick. I've never written so fast in my life. There it is. We have Liz and Vingumi. No, wait. Liz and Catbag. Excuse me. For Apex Predators, and the Shorkies, of course, Vingumi and Linko. And if we take a quick look at last month, it was the Shorkies that came out on top. They won the first step. So they are definitely used to playing in the finals. When it comes to keeping your nerves in check, I will say. Let's see if they can hold it together for this one as well. There it is, the league standings, as you just saw real quick. Beautiful map. It is spectacular stuff. Things can and will go wrong. You have your lineup just a little bit wrong for one of these flips, and immediately you miss out on your ultimate yeet, so to speak. We've seen Luna drive a world record earlier today, 43.1. Let's see if one of these ladies is ready to challenge that. They definitely have the speed for it. Maybe they can make something happen here. First round, we just had the warm-up. Apex Predators versus the Shorkies. It is just me casting right now. Susan will be back later. Catbag takes the first one with a little bit of a bump. It is Vingumi who goes flipping first, and that does work out nicely. Oh, someone got a bad landing there. I think it was Linko. And also touching the wall now, won't make the jump, has to respawn that. Catbag in third place now, manages to overtake. And it is Vingumi still in first place. Vingumi has held world records on this map before, if I recall correctly, so might be in a position to challenge that. But does the crashes now, has to respawn, and suddenly Liz and Catbag both manage to overtake, and suddenly there's the ace. Just like that, it can be turned around. 44.5 is the fastest time by Liz, but if you win first place with it, that's all you need. 3-0 in favor of Apex Predators, and that is a very nice start. Let's see how they fare in the next round. Here's that outside dirt line. You want to get as much speed as you can to get a good eat. Ooh, we have Liz respawning. Catbag doesn't get it nicely. Vingumi respawns. Linko is the only one who got through that unscathed. And Vingumi now not having the best landing either. Liz needs to catch up a little bit as well. Catbag with another respawn. Is Vingumi able to take advantage of that then? There is so much happening now, I can't even keep up. Linko will end up in first place here. 44.9. It is not the fastest time we have seen. But again, if it's enough, then it is enough. We do have a draw. Vingumi with another respawn. Maybe a little bit of a warm-up round. Of course, it's their first matches today as well, so you need to be a little... you need to warm up a little bit, shake the nerves off a little. First map of your match. We understand. We understand. And immediately, they choose flip. That is something. Vingumi choosing a different start lineup here. Chooses that slower section. Does get the flip nicely. Now Liz gets it nicely as well. Linko gets it well. Catbag also makes it out of there, but does have a little bit of a gap now to make up for. Liz and Linko in second and third place are going to be battling it out, but Vingumi is in the lead by 0.6. Liz is challenging. Does she have more speed? Can she make it? Does not look like it. Vingumi will end up in first place. Liz does PB a 43.8. Luna still with the fastest time in rounds, 0.7, but they're tuning their the scope, if you know what I mean. 5-3 is the score. Apex still in the lead. They're Vingumi again with that different line at the start. Chooses that safer way. Outside dirt line, Vingumi very outside. Ooh, Catbag gets a slowdown, and also Vingumi has to respawn. Liz has to respawn. Linko slows down. What is happening? The flip delivers once again. And it is now Catbag who is in the lead. Jumping into that second jump first. In first place. Liz taking that jump very, very carefully. And now it is Linko with a very slow section here, has to release, and that allows Catbag to take over first place. It is hard to know where to look because it's happening all over the place. What the flip? Indeed. 7-4 in favor of Apex. That puts them on map point. If they ace it, it could happen because anything could happen on this particular map. Let's be honest. Vingumi in first place through the first checkpoint, but Liz and Catbag actually now... Oh, Vingumi, not the greatest landing. Catbag does a turtle on that cake there. Has to respawn it, and it is now Liz in first place. Vingumi chasing down. Vingumi has to, or Liz has to get first place now, because Catbag is, of course, in fourth place. If you want to force the tie, that's what you gotta do. And they are so close together now, but Liz has more speed. Catbag has to respawn. Does that have any effect on Linko? No, it does not. There it is. We got some new PBs on the board, though. Liz gets a new PB in first place. We have a draw. And draws like this go in favor of Apex Predators, because now they only need 2 more points. So if they draw 2 more times, they are fine with that.
Draw.
8-5. The Shorkies have to ace it now. They need to make something happen, or Apex will take this first map and put their name on it. Megumi again with that different line, but gets a little bit of a bump now. Doesn't get it great. Although she does end up in first place. And it is now Liz with not the greatest landing. Gets a slowdown. Also Linko doesn't get it really nicely. So Megumi now with quite a big lead of 0.9 ahead of Catbag. And Catbag now trying to chase her down. But if they do end up in this position, then Apex doesn't mind too much because they just have to do that one more time. Megumi gets first place with a 43.6. Catbag, Liz, Linko in that order, and Apex only needs one more point to take it home, while Shorkies do not have track point yet. Just a first or a second place by one of the Apex ladies. That's all they need. So, Shorkies need to ace. That's their only option right now. Linko, though, with a crash early. Catback respawns. So, that is good for the Shorkies. Liz is still in second place. Linko needs to overtake Liz here. Liz respawns. This is it. They could actually do it now. If they both hold on to it, Catback and Liz both respawning one more time, they're actually going to do it. This is going to be an ace for Shorkies, and they're just going to put 9-9 on the board. And suddenly, it's back to square one. Back to square one. 9-9. Oh. They need the ace. They took the ace. We ask, they deliver. I suppose that's just how it goes. There is some typing going on.
Ace.
Nothing much. There it is. 9-9. Any non-draw right now will seal the deal. If we keep drawing, we keep going. Headbag has to release a little bit. Ooh, and Linko gets an awkward landing as well. Nerves might be coming into play now. Megumi doesn't get the best flip happening. Ends up in fourth place here. It is now Catbag and Liz escaping in first and second place. But Linko overtakes Liz's position, and Megumi doesn't get the best. Ooh, Linko respawn. Megumi doesn't get the best landing either. So the Apex ladies are still in the lead, and they are now heading to that finish in first and second place. They will close it out with an ace. The flip goes in favor of Apex Predators, and they take the first map home. And now we are going ice skating. And Apex did pick this map. They picked a flip, so they took their own map. And now the Shorkies have picked Glacialis. So the ice skating is something they feel good about. Year's Loss is going to be the third map we're going to be seeing. That one is again picked by Apex Predators. That's got to feel good though. I mean, yeah, they came back, but then you took it anyway. So that's pretty good. Here is that interesting start where if you don't really get the bobsleigh nicely, you just don't have the speed to make that bounce out of the water, which could be very awkward. And you really want to have that in your muscle memory. But these ladies have been practicing because they are so fast. Luna has the record with a 44.389. She drove that not even half an hour ago. Can one of these ladies take over? Shorkies pick the map. Can they take it? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. 2 seconds on the clock. Apex are one map ahead. And the Shorkies now need to take it back. Here we go. We are off. Get the jump nicely. All the ladies have the bounce. properly. No one bounces out, and we have a run going. Vingumi, though, presses B to boost. I don't even know what that was, but suddenly escapes everyone else. Oh, there is a crash by Linko. Flew too much to the left, and that did not end well. Full stop has to recover from that one. Vingumi in the lead. Catbag is chasing. Liz also in third place. Vingumi, though, might attempt to set a new record here. I'm not sure what pace she would be on. Oh, but actually slides out. And that is something that can suddenly happen here. Catbag and Liz second and third place. And Linko closes it out in fourth.
Draw.
We start with a draw. You guys know what a draw is? We might not have seen those many times yet. A draw is when both teams get equal points, right? That's an unfamiliar thing in the Women Racing League. It is a draw. Here we go. The Shorkies need to win the map in order to put it back in a 1-1 map situation. Vingumi once again in first place now. Whoa, and Linko had so much momentum there. Went a little bit too much inside and kind of flew off the map almost, but was able to hold it in and contain the damage. But Vingumi has a nice lead. Will attempt to not slide out this time and does not slide out this time. 44.6 is winning time. Liz drives a PB in second place. Linko in third, Catbag in fourth place, and that puts the victory in the Shorkies' corner. And they take a tiny lead now, 2-3. Oh, that is an early clip by Liz. Can she make the jump still with that? She does, but it's not a happy jump. She's very slow, needs to come back from a very slow pace. It is also Catbag, not with the best start. Vingumi and Linko. Linko again going to the side. And will be overtaken by Catbag. It is Vingumi still in first place. Very, very confident on this map. Super fast and knows that she can get a good position here. Ooh, Catbag with a no slide, but where is Linko? Linko not close enough to do anything about that. And we have Vingumi in first place. Catbag ends up in second. Linko in third. It's another victory for the Shorkies, and they now they are starting to escape a little bit in points. They're halfway to the 10 that they need. This time, the bobsleigh doesn't disappoint anyone. They all make it through. First ice slide. You really want to hold it. You can slide out here if you're not careful. There is a pillar here that you also don't want to encounter. And now this time, the only one who didn't quite make it through was Catbag. All the other three are through unscathed. Vingumi, again, in the lead. Absolutely on fire on this map. And Linko now in second place, but Liz is not too far behind, might still be able to overtake here. And if Vingumi slides out, then that could also happen. But no, it is actually Liz who slides out, gets overtaken by teammate Catbag. Linko with a new PB, and the ace is on the board, and suddenly we're looking at track point, and the Shorkies could tie it up here in maps. Let's see if they need one round or two, or maybe Apex has something to say about it. Catbag makes a mistake early on. Has to come back from a little bit, and all the other three get the slide very nicely. Linko and Liz the best, and this time it is not Vingumi. Oh, Vingumi actually doesn't have the best line. Liz and Linko are going to battle it out now. Linko with a better slide. It is Liz who has to respawn. Catbag now in second place. Linko takes first place. If she manages to hold on, there it is. Catbag in second. Linko drives a PB by 0.3 of a second. And there is the 2 points they needed. They will take this map, and now it is 1-1 in maps, and we are going to Years Lost in style. Linko with a PB, closing it out. There it is. Catbag even taking the time to type in chat. Good luck to both teams if you are listening. We're going to Years Lost. This is a map that is made by Eva. The map with the very, very long jump at the end that you really don't want to line up incorrectly, because once you're going, you are going, and that's the line you're going to take. Shortest map, I think, in the map pack for season, or for step 2. Only 39 seconds. So it could be over just like that. A little bit of plastic, a little bit of grass, and a little bit of dirt. So, a very versatile map. Here we go. There's your grass with the jump. I can't wait to see what's happening. We still have 17 seconds in the warm-up. This map was picked by Apex Predators. Apex seemed to accept they didn't get the Glacialis map, so they were aiming for another map, possibly. Let's see if they can make it happen. We are 1-1 in maps. Linko and Vingumi versus Liz and Catbag, and we are on Years Lost. Linko makes an early error, has to look at about 0.3, 0.4 of a second, and it is Catbag who comes out of it in first place after that U-turn with the ramp. Here you want to pre-slide, of course, so you get a nice lineup and you don't have to slow it down too much. Oh no, that is a bounce and a half by Vingumi. And now suddenly it's Catbag in first place with a new PB even. Liz in second. And just like that, an ace is on the board for the ladies of Apex Predators. With a bounce like that, suddenly it is over soon, and the ace is there. We're going to round 2. We see very different lines here at the start. Catbag Vingumi coming out the fastest. It is Linko and Liz now having to pursue. Liz gets a bounce, clips with the wheels, and doesn't get the best landing now. That's going to cost a little bit of time. Catbag in the lead. Vingumi is trying to pursue and do something about it. Maybe even has a little bit more speed. And Catbag now in second place. Vingumi gets the booster a little bit earlier. Is that too much to left? No, it is not. New PB by both Linko and Vingumi. And Catbag did get second place, but Linko is in third, and that means it is now 4-2 in favor of Apex Predators, and they take a little bit of a lead here. Elite PB indeed. Yeah. Here it is. Next round. Vingumi takes the lead for now. Can she hold on to it? No. Liz gets the turnaround the best. We're looking at Vingumi now in second place, chasing down Liz. And we have seen, oh, that is very, very close to the wall, but that does mean, oh, that you got a lot of speed, but then you jumped a little bit too far to the right. Vingumi gets overtaken by everybody. Linko manages second place. Liz does get a PB, though.
Victory.
Apex takes another win. They really do have their favorite maps as a team. And Apex is showing that they are confident on this map. And they are here to race. Vingumi takes a different line here, which is interesting. Seen that from a couple other people, I think. Left of those pillars at the start, while everybody else chooses to go right. And for now, it is Catbag and Vingumi fighting it out in first and second place. Very close together here. it is all going to depend on that last one. Linko with a respawn. Vingumi gets the booster first. A little bit more inside and will take first place here. Very, very close to that left wall there, but does PB with a 40.035. It's a draw, and we are at 7-4. Very close round. Apex could close it out with an ace. The Shorkies are still 6 points away from getting anywhere near a victory here. Let's see if the Apex ladies are up to it. Linko goes very inside. Liz now ends up in first place, followed by Vingumi and Linko. And Catbag is about half a second behind, still close enough to take advantage of any mistakes, but not close enough to make anything happen if they get it nicely. Goes very, very wide. Liz will get first place here. Linko goes too much to the left and actually crashes. And suddenly it's not a draw, but it is a victory for Apex. And they only need 1 point now. So the Shorkies need to ace them twice in a row. And that is the only scenario where they will take this map. Catbag crashes right at the start. This opens up some opportunities here for the Shorkies. Vingumi and Linko have to take this win now. Liz is still in the running to put a bump in that plan. Linko going a little bit wide, going into that last jump. Linko has to go inside, goes inside, gets the booster at the same time. Liz has a little bit more speed and will aim correctly. Vingumi sets a new PB, Linko sets a new PB, but Liz is in second place, and that gives them the point they needed to take this map. 10-7. Beautiful battle, but Liz made it happen and didn't falter. We're going to Delightful Winter now, which is the fourth map. Apex is 2 maps ahead now. So they are in a very, very nice position to take something home here. Even though this map, the next one, Delightful Winter, was picked by the Shorkies so far, each team has won their own map pick so far, which is the opposite of what we saw from the previous match that we have been watching. They kind of switched it around. Delightful Winter, we of course have an interesting finish here with that identity type of thing that we have. But it's all about exit speed here in this map. You want outside dirt lines, you want to align your drifts in such a way that you have the exit speed that you need, and that can just snowball into some beautiful, beautiful stuff. We still have 15 seconds to go on Delightful Winter warm-up. Luna has the world record with a 47.037. Let's see if any of these ladies are fast enough to come close to that. Here it is. Oh, wait, we are getting a pause. Hold the phone. We are not live. This is a pause. Linko has asked for a pause, so let's see what that is about. Thank you. Okay, we're just waiting a little bit. Meanwhile, let me take a quick look at the thing. Shorkies versus, wait, this is the wrong bracket. There we go. I'm just taking a look here. Have they played each other before? I'm not sure. Shorkies versus Apex. I don't know. Maybe last time? I don't think so. I don't think they've played each other before. Could anyone in chat maybe confirm that they've played each other? Or if they have? Let's see. Let's see. We're still paused. We are still paused. I'm looking at the previous bracket now of last thing. Apex versus Shorkies. No, I don't think we've seen that match before. So this is a fun one. Yeah, there it is. All right, let's see how the situation is here. We're still looking at the pause. We're just waiting a little bit. So, what do you guys think so far? Has this step produced some good driving so far? I would say we definitely have seen some great stuff. We love the matches that go to the full 3 or 5 maps where they really have to fight for it, which is, of course, going to be a little stressful, you know? We get that, but that is where the heroes are born, shall we say. When you're tired, when you're fatigued, and then you pull the snipe out of somewhere, that's the good stuff. That is the good stuff. Let's see. We have, players are calling ready in the chat. It was Vingumi who had to go for a little bit, but is back now. So we will be resetting soon. The score is 2 maps in favor of Apex. Shorkies have 1 map, but Apex won both their map picks, and this one is the Shorkies map pick. So if we're going on that pattern, we might get to map 5, which I am here for. Okay, now there is another hold in chat, so we're waiting for a little bit more while you guys see a tiny little preview of what to expect. Of course, we've seen this map a couple times now. I really like it. It has cheese at the start. What's not to like, right? All right, here we go. We are resuming the match. Thank you for your patience in chat. We appreciate that. We are actually going now on Delightful Winter, map made by Cheese Lover. The Shorkies need to win this map if they want to extend this match and have a chance to stay in the game. The Shorkies, of course, won the previous step, so they are eager to put another victory on their resume. And for now, they are indeed in the lead. First and second, Catbag and Liz are trailing. And we'll have to make something happen here because Vingumi and Linko are on a run. Together, hand in hand, they go into that last section with the zigzag thing. Linko drives a PB just to start with. And of course, the ace is a nice start to have. And I'm here for it. Map 5, I say, bring it on. Of course, if Apex does manage to put a stop to that, then this could be the last map. Who knows what will happen? We have another good start by Linko and Vingumi. And Liz is still hanging on in 3rd place. Catback, however, has made a mistake, is looking at 2 seconds on the clock. And that might be a hard one to come back from, especially if Linko and Vingumi just keep driving really well like this and not make any mistakes. They are driving together. They are definitely comfortable with this map. And could be why they picked it, of course. There it is. Linko with another PB. 47.4. They're 0.4.5 away from the world record by Luna. If they keep PBing like this, they might get there. Meanwhile, second ace in a row, 0-6. And the Shorkies are well on their way to put map 5 on the menu here. All 4 players now quite close together. And Linko getting overtaken now, it looks like. Linko touches. This is an opportunity for Liz and Catbag to put something down if they are able to overtake Vingumi as well. But for now, Vingumi not letting up. Oh, hello. There it is. Excuse me, Linko now in first place together with Liz. Linko overtaking. I don't even know what's going on. Linko suddenly in first place. Liz in second. Catback in third. And Bingumi in fourth. Suddenly, everybody crashed at the same time. And it is 1-7. The Shorkies are on match point. Not match point, excuse me. Track point. They could send us to map 5 if they ace it. But also 3 draws or even 3 losses would be enough because they just have a very big lead. Actually, 3 losses might... Yeah, would still do it. Yes. However, let's take a look at this round for now. It is Bingumi who gets a little bit of an awkward line. Loses first place to teammate Linko, but still manages to stay ahead of Catbag and Liz. Oh, there it is. Bingumi crash. And now Linko is still holding on to first place, but Catbag and Liz are both... No, it is Catbag with a crash as well. And Linko will take first place. Liz will take second. Linko with another PB, actually, 0.416. It's another draw. And that puts the Shorkies at 8 points. They're still on track point, and Apex is still... track point is still far out of reach. They will need to ace at least twice now if they want to have any chance at all. Let's see if they are up for it. Linko, though, early mistake. This could open the door for something. Catbag with some teleport strats, looks like. However, still in the running. And Linko now driving a little bit closer to Liz, it looks like. But Bingumi still in first place. This would be a draw, and a draw is fine for the Shorkies. If they manage to get 2 of those, they will be home as well. Linko actually with a better line, it looks like. Can she overtake? No, she crashes. And that is Bingumi in first, Catbag and Liz in second. And they are actually just only 1,000s separated, Catbag and Liz. Bingumi does put the 9th point on the board, and that means they only have 1 point to go. That is something happened there. It was Liz with an early crash, and that is bad news for Apex because they need to ace. That is the only scenario here where they stay in the game, or at least where they win right now. It is Linko and Bingumi finding themselves in the lead again together. They are so close in speed and skill. Beautiful to see. Linko comes out a little bit on top into that last section. And there it is in style. Both set a new PB on the board. Only 900 between them. 3-12. A convincing victory on this map. Delightful winter. And that does send us into map 5. And that map 5 is going to be Nine Tails. It is by Prow. I don't think we've seen it today yet. Have we? Wait, yes, we have. Of course we have. Because we have seen 5 maps in the previous map as well. Nine Tails is going to be the decider.
It's so lovely to see that we will have 5 maps again in this round as well, in this match.
Susan, welcome back. You
Hi,
did miss Glacialis, though. You did miss
No!
Glacialis.
I glanced at it from the side.
I see.
I didn't fully miss it. I was lurking in the shadows.
It was an actually spectacular matchup going on here. And yeah, it is gonna all come down to this last map. Nine Tails by Prowl. We have... I find this finish to be very scary. I mean, like, for the skill level that these ladies have, probably not. But for me, this is a very scary finish because you need to have the speed for it. Otherwise, you just don't make it. So it is, yeah, it's pretty something. Apex versus Shorkies, 4 seconds to go. And we will see who is going to stay in the game. Susan, welcome back. And go for it. You can have this one?
I will go for it. All right, immediately we see all the players starting together. Vingumi and Linko up in front, Liz and Catback right behind them. They're all together going through this grass right now. As you remember, on this map, you really want to stay within the flow of the map, keep all the speed that you can keep. Vingumi pushing ahead, and we have a crash by the teammate from Vingumi, Linko, falling a bit behind, so we're in a draw position right now because Liz and Catback are very solidly staying in a second and third place so far. But yes, you want to keep all the speed that you can have. Try to find the groove of the map, not get as much airtime to have enough speed for, of course, this risky finish. And Vingumi is immediately PBing. That is also very close to the world record, I want to point out.
Say,
insane first run.
She is challenging or ready to challenge Luna on this record here. And if she drives this in the first round, I can't wait to see what else she has in store for us. We have an early mistake here by Catback, who did not get that first transition correctly and now has to give away at least a second. That is to make up for, while Vingumi gets away in first place. Liz in second, followed closely by Linko. But Linko crashes into that pillar, or not the pillar, the wall thing there, and is now actually being overtaken by Catback because she had to respawn. Vingumi is zooming absolutely on fire, and of course none of the girls picked this map. This is the random deciding map. Liz does have a little bit more speed, but is it going to be enough? It might actually be enough. It is enough. Oh my god, by 3,000ths of a second, Liz manages to snipe the win with a beautiful line in the ending there. And there it is. Apex will take the lead 3-2. What was that?
What was that indeed? And with that, Apex Predators are in the lead on this map so far. Will they keep it up? Will Vingumi and Linko come back from this? Vingumi has been really fast on this map. Liz is immediately touching, so this is the chance for the Shorkies. Linko battling it out for second place with Catback and losing the fight. Catback in second place behind Vingumi. Linko staying close behind, has a bit more speed than Catback and is trying to overtake now on the grass. Still a little bit behind though. Can she catch up on the dirt here? No, it does not look like it. The positions are set so far. Let's see if everyone can take the risky finish. Everyone makes it.
Wow.
So Vingumi is in first, Catback second, Linko third, Liz in fourth place, and that is a victory for the Shorkies, which means we've evened out the score.
Exactly. It might as well be the first map right now, and it just comes down to this 4-4. We are completely tied. Liz has an early mistake, but she does have a little bit more speed and drives back to everyone else. Maybe it was just a different line, and it was only looking like a mistake. Here, of course, if you get that nose slide in this grass section, like Vingumi did, you just get so much speed out of it, and that can be incredibly advantageous. Liz does not get the best line here, gets overtaken by Linko, and Vingumi and Catback are now going to battle it out for first place. But Vingumi has those nose slides very nicely under control and is still holding on to first place. Will finish in that first place. Catback will finish in second. And the Shorkies were behind, but now they are taking the lead, albeit a tiny one. But they're on 6 points, and that is getting kind of close. I would be nervous if I was Apex right now.
Nervous indeed. Linko immediately touching at the Shark, so this is a great chance for Apex to come back from this. It's really going back and forth with the score so far. This is a great decider map. These teams are so evenly matched up. Small slip-ups from mistakes here and there, as Vingumi also makes a mistake. Apex is looking for an ace at the moment. Can they keep up the pace throughout the whole map? Let's see if there will be a mistake. Catback in the lead right now, followed by Liz. They're approaching the end.
Another mistake.
Liz is touching the wall on the dirt, slowing down. Is this the chance for Vingumi to overtake? Probably not. Yes, Liz makes it into the finish in second place, and that is an ace for Apex Predators, which means they're in the lead. 8 points to 6 for the Apex Predators.
Just like that, it turns around again. 8-6. Match point for Apex, and not match point yet for Shorkies. The Shorkies need to have an answer right now, or this is going to be over. And let's see if they, in fact, have that answer. We've seen Vingumi with that nose slide being super, super fast. Linko doesn't get it nicely, crashes and slows down, but Vingumi is in lead. What is that? Catback crash. Huge crash. So has to go all the way down to 4th place. It is Vingumi now who is holding the lead. Liz is holding 2nd place. Catback far behind, 5 seconds, and Linko is in 3rd. This could be good for the Shorkies. They need to take this back, and there it is. Vingumi in the win, in the finish. She wins. Liz in 2nd place. Linko in 3rd. Oh my god, 9-8. Oh, a victory for the Shorkies now. We'll tie it back up again, and then we just keep going until it's another victory. But Apex just needs 1 point. Shorkies need 2. This could get very, very scary.
Since these players are so evenly matched up, we've only had 1 ace so far. They're a pretty rare occasion to happen, so this is looking great for the Apex Predators in my opinion. Vingumi is falling back a little, has to struggle to readjust the line to stay back in the game, and then touches, doesn't manage to wiggle back into the groove of the map. This is what I mean when I say this map has a groove and you want to stick to it. Vingumi wonderfully provided that information to us just now. So Catback and Liz of Team Apex Predators are finding themselves in the lead. No touch on the dirt from Liz this time, so it does look to be another ace if both of them can make the risky finish, and they do, finishing it out with an ace, and that wins them the whole match. They will advance to the next round. Congratulations to the Apex Predators.
GG
what a close
to
match.
Apex. Suddenly they just pull it out of a hat or a bag or a something, and they just put it on the board. 12-8, 5 maps in total. We got to witness, and they took 3 of them, and that means the victory is theirs. Let's take a look at the bracket and see what the situation is. Step 2, let me see that I got the correct one. Here we go. Yeah, Apex Predators, Shorkies, 3-2. That means that the Apex Predators go into the lower bracket final, where they will face Lunaena, and the winner of that match. Oh, wait, actually, am I seeing it right? Actually, yeah, yes. Of course. No, we're. Hang on, is that already? I'm confused.
I think Lunaena might have to forfeit. I saw that information earlier in the staff.
They forfeit? Okay, I see.
That they had to forfeit the grand final, at least if they got to that, because Luna actually has to be at the airport at 8, and since these matches have been going on for a little bit longer,
Luna can drive. I see. Nico is in chat indeed saying that. So yeah, well. Lunaena forfeit. Okay, well then Apex Predators just immediately advance from this semifinal into the grand final versus Equinox. And of course, looking at the schedule, it was supposed to be 8 or 7:30 that we would have that final. Are we going to move the grand final up, is my question to production. Or will we actually have a really long break? I don't think that would be a good idea, but let's see what the... I'm curious. Yeah, all right, let's have a very short break while we sort this out. Lunaena, unfortunately, had to forfeit the match, so Apex Predators will proceed to the grand final, where they will face Equinox. I can't wait for that. We'll see you in a few minutes while we sort out what the next schedule or time is gonna be. So yeah, see you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere for the grand final. It's coming up.
We're back.
Back, everybody. We are in waiting room basically for the grand final, which is still a few minutes away. There is nobody yet on the server. We saw a false alarm pick and ban, I will say, but of course we're going to play 5 maps. And we're going to see who comes out on top. This final is going to be played between Equinox and the Apex Predators. We have just seen some incredible matches. Apex Predators versus the Shorkies. Apex Predators just winning that one. Shorkies will end up in 4th place because of that, if I'm not mistaken. Luna Aina had to unfortunately forfeit the lower bracket final, which means Apex Predators will immediately advance to the grand final where Equinox awaits. So, Susan, your predictions. You pride yourself in your predictions. What do you
My
think
prediction
of this
right
one?
now is that Equinox will win because those players are currently the only ones in the room.
That is true. They are the only ones in the room still. We are still
So
waiting.
as it stands right now, I say Equinox will win, but that might as well change within the next few minutes. We'll see.
Anything can happen at this point. I think I'm so hoping that we're gonna have another 5 mapper happening here. I mean,
me too.
What better way to end one of these steps than to really battle it out between 2 of those teams. Shorty Gray and Eva have been absolutely zooming, of course. Catback and Liz driving really well. I mean, if you get to the grand final, you know you can drive. Everybody knows you can drive, and yeah, I don't know who's gonna take it. I mean, I don't know. Equinox didn't take a lower bracket thing.
No, not at all. And I think they have a bit of the upper hand because their opponents will be actually cutting it close to get back. We had that discussion that it will be actually very close for Catback to even make it back in time. So I assume that she will be feeling kind of rushed, not very warmed up, perhaps.
Hopefully she can get it.
A bit taken out of her own pace. So just mentally, I think Equinox are in the better spot. But we will see how this will play out. Both teams have had very close matches so far.
Yeah, long matches too.
Long, close matches, and I'm sure we will have the same here as well now.
Exactly. I was distracted by kittens on my lap and all that.
Oh no, what a nightmare.
What a terrible thing. He was making biscuits earlier, which was, of course, lovely. Everyone in chat, I would love to hear who your favorite is for this matchup. Who is your team that you're going to be cheering for, and who do you think might take it? Let's have some predictions in chat, maybe. Let's see. Neon is here. 5 mapper. Yeah, exactly. I am definitely hoping for a 5 mapper. I mean, I'm here for it every time. Give me all the maps, all the fights, all the crazies, long maps. I am down. I know the players probably don't agree. They would just like to get it done in 3 maps or something. But honestly, I'm here for watching, and I like to see what's going on. Quick toilet, and then I think we're gonna go. There is some chatter going on, so we're gonna go in about 1 to 2 minutes with the picks, I suppose. Does that count as a prediction? You want both teams to win? No, that does not. I'm sorry, Neon. I cannot allow that. I mean,
you gotta pick.
I can allow it as what you want, sure, but it's not a prediction. Clearly, this is. Oh, I mean, Yeva's driving the map backwards. That's an interesting take. Like reverse. But Neon, do you have any predictions? Usually you share the caster booth with me. Love to hear your opinion. Draw every round for 6 hours? Yes, let's do it. So many draws. So many draws. Jinx into perpetual draw. Yes. I mean, we need more ways to spell draw, right? We've done a game like that before. When we get a draw, remember to write your most creative and most importantly wrong spelling of draw in chat. Okay. Every time we get a draw, I want to see some good words there. You predicted 5 mapper? Nice. So
I thought we were just going to use synonyms for draw, tie.
No. We need wrong spellings, right? We draw exactly. Every time we have a draw, so get some things going. I want to see it spammed in chat. There, if no wrong spelling of draw. I agree. I absolutely agree. We are not live. No, true, we are not live.
No, there's still a toilet break going on. And
yeah, there is a toilet break going on.
We will start.
Unfortunately, of course, we had to. We weren't able to see the lower bracket final, Luna Anna versus Apex Predators. Would have been a good match to see. Apex was advanced because Luna had to, I think, catch a flight. Is that right?
That is correct. But also, Cat Beck is back writing hi both in the chat here on stream as well as in game. So I assume we will start any second now, as the admins will restart this room.
Exactly, and then we're going to go to the picks. I'm getting my pen ready.
There they are.
We are in the picks. Let's go.
Equinox will pick first, so let's see what they choose.
Equinox and Apex. Very curious. Are we flipping again very early on? Let's see. Or will we go ice skating? I know what you prefer.
I mean, I like both. The last time, Equinox was really taking their time to pick the maps, but also they didn't win any of their own map picks.
That is true. Ninetales. Okay. Ninetales Equinox first pick. So that's the one we're going to go on to first, which was the deciding map in the previous one. So we know that, let's see.
We're flipping.
Can win that. We are flipping. We are flipping. Yeah, Apex just won Ninetales versus the Shorkies. So maybe that plays a little bit of a part in your confidence, you know. But we are flipping. Delightful Winter is the third map, so we will see that one for sure. And then Years Lost in Glacialis. Okay, so we might be going to that ice skating thing for the deciding situation. We'll see how it goes. Years Lost and Glacialis as the deciding map. Okay, Equinox wants to play Ninetales and Delightful Winter. Apex would prefer playing the Flip and Years Lost. We're going to be starting in less than a minute, I guess. Let me see what the chat says. Yes. Let's go to Glacialis. Indeed, we shall. Shorty doesn't want to go. No,
listen. No one besides
they're all saying no in chat. Okay, so that happened. Okay, let's see. No one wants to venture those lands, but we might get there. We might go ice skating, and I do hope we're gonna see some 5 mappers going on. We're gonna restart shortly. We haven't restarted yet. So we're just waiting for the admins to put the thing in the code. Let me see. Yeah, 15 seconds. Okay, that was a couple seconds ago, so we should be going any second now. The first map we're going to be seeing is Ninetales. And then we're flipping. I can't wait it.
And then we're flipping. Me neither.
I can't wait. It's going to be good. It's gonna be
so good.
Oh, yeah. Waiting? Yeah. Is any admin here to progress the server? Can we get the thing going? We're just waiting for a thing. Please hold.
Maybe in the meantime, we can already cheer for our ladies in the grand final of the Women Racing League Step 2. Who will take it out? Who will get the win this month? Any predictions? Any cheers? Any custom cheers in chat, perhaps? I want to see all of you hyped get out of your seats, jump, and maybe take this time to get a drink or something to drink while you're watching this grand final, while we're waiting for the reset here.
We are waiting indeed. Oh, okay. The admin is trying to start it, so we will be waiting for that, but we know they are on it. So a little bit of patience, and we will get going. Okay.
Ada, that is my very favorite cheer. 5 maps, 5 maps. Indeed, that's what we want to see.
Exactly. Oh, something just happened. There it is. I think
we're doing the
go
thing.
For lunch.
Woo!
We are go for lunch. The first map is Equinox pick. We're going to Nine Tails. The second map, picked by Apex, will be Flip. And then we will go to Delightful Winter, which is again picked by Equinox. Apex then picked Years Lost. If, of course, we get to that fourth map, and if by any chance they grant our wishes and send us to map 5, it will be Glacialis, which is the random deciding map that no one wanted to pick, but the universe picked it for us as map 5. Let's see if we get there. I do hope we get a 5 mapper. I think the chance that we get a 5 mapper is quite high. So that would, in fact, be pretty cool.
I have some behind-the-scenes information for you guys.
Go for it.
Actually, the Decider map is always picked by us casters. It's not random. I'm of course only joking, but I wish it was. Although I have to say, the random Trackmania gods, they have been liking me so far today.
They've been nice to us. Yeah, very true.
A whole lot.
They have
very
been nice.
We're starting.
Let's hear it in chat for your favorite team.
Woo.
Equinox versus Apex. That is Shorty Grain, Eva versus Catback and Liz. We are go for launch, and we are starting with Eva jumping first, but immediately clipping, and now it is Liz and Catback actually who end up in first position for now. Shorty Gray, though, not too far behind, still able to hold on, but now it is the ladies of Apex who take a little bit of a lead, although Liz has slowed down a little bit, and Shorty might be able to take advantage of that. Catbag does have a big lead, though, and Liz still able to stay ahead of Shorty. Eva has about 1 second to make up for, but she is knocking on the door here. Might be able that. Oh, we have some touches. Liz touched a wall. Shorty touched a wall, it looked like. And also, Eva has more speed than both of those ladies. Catback does make it into first place. We have some respawns or crashes. What is happening? Liz ends up in third. And suddenly, the first match, or the first round, ends in a win for Apex, and they put themselves in the lead 2-1.
Yes. Perhaps there it was the call, you know, you don't have enough speed, try to go for the safe finish instead of trying to risk it. Shorty Gray a bit in falling behind in the start, while Yeva is up front, but closely following her are Catback and Liz. Let's see if they can catch up,
slow.
and if perhaps they will be able to utilize the mistake by Yeva. However, Catback is slowing down further and further. Shorty even overtook her now. So this is looking like a very good, great thing for Equinox. Liz also with wonky line slowing down. Shorty overtaking Liz. Going into that last section, can Shorty gather enough speed for the risky finish jump? And yes, she can, and that's an for Equinox. It did not look like that at the start, but this is how this map can go as well. If you have a few mistakes, you can catch up even if you were falling behind at the start.
Just like that, the ace and a victory for Apex gets turned around, and now suddenly it is Equinox ahead by 2 points. Just like that. Catbag, though, has something to say about that. Oh, but does clip the checkpoint. Takes a little bit too much risk. And Eva inherits the lead here. And it is Shorty Gray who does not get the slide correctly. It goes a little bit too much inside and crashes. Eva now has to get first place here in order to secure at least the draw. And you know what I want to hear in the chat when we get a draw. Let's see if you guys remembered. Eva is not too fast here. Liz seems to be a little bit faster. and goes maybe for the overtake, but Eva still manages to stay ahead. Liz ends up in second place, Catback in a third, Shorty Gray in fourth. We have a draw.
Draw.
A draw indeed, and I see a draw.
Let's go. We got some variations of that in chat. Love to see it. Gonna see some more next time. Remember.
Keep practicing, chat. All right, next round. Catback, Yeva, Liz are in front, Shorty Gray a little bit behind, but we had that situation last time and Equinox actually sniped the win with an ace. Let's see what will happen this match. Oh, the players are going so tightly, they're still so close together. Catback falling behind with a mistake. Will Shorty be able to catch up? Yes, she's slowly catching up to Catback, so all the 4 players are relatively close together again. Yeva up in front, Liz second place currently. Who will touch the dirt here? No one will. All of them get through it. Shorty has lower speed than the rest of the players. Catback will go for the safe finish. Shorty Gay risking it, but unfortunately cannot take over. This is a win for Apex. As Lynn
did Eva bonk the finish and just bonked out? Right? She was in first place.
Yeah.
Did I just completely see that wrong?
No, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, huge important point there. Apex only 1 point now behind Equinox. As we go into the next round, nobody has track point yet, but that could change in the next round depending on who keeps the head clear. It is Catback and Eva in first and second place now, and Shorty Gray was already being overtaken by Liz, but then also touches a little bit, and that will cost some time here. This fight and first place is absolutely huge, but as I say that, Catback touches the side, and Eva will take a little bit of a lead, and that might be a very important lead. Actually, Catback choosing to go for the safe finish, and Liz, well, they were actually thousands apart, the teammates Liz and Catback, but it is now track point for Equinox, but they need an ace to do it.
Will they do it again is the question. In my opinion, it's pretty unlikely, but anything can happen with these players on this map. We have seen quite a few mistakes in every single round so far, shaking up the live ranking. Currently, Liz is leading, closely being attacked by Yeva. Catback also in there in the top 3, while Shorty Gray is falling a little bit behind. Currently, Yeva a bit more in the lead again. How will they take this plastic part? Yeva barely with any airtime, and of course that gives her a bit more speed. However, she did get a bit of airtime here on the grass transition, which means Catback is catching up to her again. Will it be enough though for another snipe? It will all come down to the finish here again, and Yeva is comfortably flying into the risky finish, finishing in first place, which is another draw.
Another draw in the pocket. Apex now also on track point with the ace on their side if they can manage it, and Equinox only needs 2 points. It could all be over this round, or we could go for a few more. Who knows what they cook up today. Eva leads for now with Shorty Gray in tow. They're in a nice position to possibly ace it here, with Catback already a second behind and Liz also trailing just a little bit, but anything can happen still because there are some lines that girls take very differently and might give you a lot of speed here. A couple of no slides, if you can manage those, you will gain so much out of that. But for now, it is Eva and Shorty. Although, does she have more speed? Shorty can stay ahead, and there is the ace. The first map goes to Equinox with 11 points to 7, and they are now on the board with the first map, Ninetales. It was their own map pick, so they did secure that one. We are going to flip now, and Apex pick that, and let's see who flippin' gets it.
Shorty was struggling on this map earlier. Let's see if she has practiced it in the meantime while they were not playing a match. Of course, they had a bit of a break now. And see if they can be a match for Catback and Liz on this map. Or if all hell will break loose again with that damn flip.
Indeed, and we have seen some different lines here in the start. Vingumi was the one doing that in the match with the Shorkies, of course, where at the start you can go outside with like a Neo slide kind of situation, or you go and you take that so-called safer way, but if you take that nicely, you might actually come out of it faster. And I saw Shorty Gray doing the same thing just now, but she did have to respawn it, so let's see if she actually wants to do that in the rounds as well. For now, though, we are looking at the girls warming up on the flip map made by Maji, of course, one of the big bonkers. And she also competed this weekend and did very well. We have 4 seconds on the clock, and then we're going to go do some flipping. The world record is by Luna, driven earlier today. She has sharpened it up a bit, 43.101. Maybe we will see it break, but maybe they will just be happy to win a round. Susan, go for it.
All right, immediately we see different approaches again with the starting line. Yeva going to the right, but immediately touching the wall, having to go the safe way for the flip, which of course will lose her a lot of time due to the slow-mo block. So Shorty actually overtakes her own teammate. Yeva has to respawn again. Mistakes after mistakes are happening. So Apex Predators are actually in the lead right now. First and second place, and quite comfortably so as well. They're almost at the finish. There is a bit of a fail from Cat back there, but they both still managed to finish first and second place. So we will start this match off with an ace.
That is definitely a strong start. Apex showing why they picked this map. They definitely like to do some stunts while they're driving, and let's see if they can do that little stunt again and win this map. Let's see who takes this different round here. Yeah, there you go. Eva now also taking the that safe way, but does touch, and now also not getting that outside dirt line. And can you even flip? When you do that, he has to respawn it. Unfortunately, doesn't make it. Shorty now has to make sure that she doesn't give up that second place. Ideally, you want to take first place, but not the best speed here. Gets overtaken by Catback. Now also flipping all over the place. Flipping where you're not supposed to be flipping. And suddenly, Catback and Liz are on pace for another ace here. And if they keep this up, this could be a very short map here. They are now 0-6, and they might tie it up immediately in maps if they keep this up.
I was spectating Catback this round, and it was really impressive to see that pretty much right before the flip itself, she also actually touched the wall, but knew that she still had the speed and the line down to actually successfully complete the flip, even with a touch right before, and then through the next transition also keeping a lot more speed than Shorty, being able to overtake in second place there. Now Yeva is in the lead currently, Liz closely behind. We see the flip. Catback also manages to complete the flip. Shorty will go the safe way there. Liz and Yeva still very close together. Who will land earlier? Yeva has a bit more speed going for the attack and is actually in the lead. Liz falling behind. Catback now in second place, but a bit of an awkward line from Yeva as well. But Catback touches the wall 2 times. Liz overtakes her own teammate again. Yeva will finish in first. Liz in second place. Catback third. And Shorty is also slowly but surely cruising into the last checkpoint and coming close to the finish line, which means we have a draw situation. Chat, take it away.
We have a draw. Let's hear it, chat. We want to see your best wrong spelling of draw. 7-1 is the score, which means Apex could do it with another ace. They've already done it twice in this round or on this map. They could do it again, but can they do it now? Because, of course, Equinox is also warming up a little bit more now. And there it is. Eva now in the lead with Catback close behind. Ooh, but Eva does not get the best flip. And also, Shorty didn't get it very nicely. They did make it over, but Catback does manage to take over first place. The flip was not flipping. And we are now watching Catback run away with this first place. Eva not really close enough to contest that. It looks like, and Liz is too far behind to play a big part in this map. That means that we have another draw. 8-2 is the score. The gap is still 6 points, so that is pretty good. Apex loves this position that they're in. All they need to do is draw 2 more times, or win, or ace, or anything. They can even lose twice, and they will still win it. So, great position for Apex. Equinox needs to do something right now. They need to ace.
They really do need that ace. We see Eva going with a different line towards the right again, being very close together with Catback and Liz falling a bit behind, going the safe way. Shorty attempting the flip, but does not manage to do it. Also not on the second time, has to respawn again and again while the other players are driving off. Teammate Eva is in the lead, but has a bit of an awkward landing. Lands earlier, however. Will she have more speed than Catback?
Ooh.
A bit of a more awkward wonky landing again. Catback is in the lead, and I think she will win. Yeva with a huge crash. Will Liz overtake? Yes, because Yeva has to respawn, flies off the map, and that is an ace, which means the Apex Predators will win this map. The score is now 1-1. We're tied again, which makes this all the more interesting, all the more fun, and of course, a much bigger chance to go to map number 5.
Exactly. We are still hoping for that 5th map. Apex does tie it up there. For Equinox, unfortunately, the math was not mathing and the flip was not flipping. Apex wins the flip. We're going to Delightful Winter, which is the 3rd map on the menu, picked by Equinox. So let's see who gets the upper hand here. This is really a technical map. Lots of drifts where really it's all about how you approach the drifts, what your exit speed is coming out, how risky do you want to take the outside dirt line, airtime reduction, all that stuff. This is just a really technical map here, and let's see who can do it best. We've all seen really good times driven by these ladies on these maps, so we know they can drive it, but can they keep their heads cool and keep it clean here? You're in the grand final. You gotta have nerves coming right about now, right? There's no way.
Probably you even before. You already had the nerves coming when you saw that Glacialis will be at the 5th map, the Decider map, and of course both teams really don't want to drive that map.
Yeah,
so they're giving it their all to close it out before having to go to map number 5. Let's see if it will swing one way or the other within the next 2 maps. And we're starting.
Here we go. We have the next map made by Cheese Lover. It is called Delightful Winter. Liz has the best start right out the gate. Catbag is close behind her, but Eva is also contesting. Actually gets a lot more speed out of that and takes over that first place. We have Shorty, who is also, like, everybody is kind of close behind here. None of them have made a huge mistake. I see Catback doing some teleport strats, but it is only an internet thing. She is still there. Look at this battle between Eva and Liz. Eva now taking a little bit of a lead here. And let's see if Liz can actually do anything about it. It does not look like Eva is letting up. She will end up in first place. A 47.5, which is about half a second slower than Luna's world record. We start out with a draw.
This will certainly not be the last draw we will see on this map, I am sure. Liz taking the lead currently, while her teammate Catback is in 3rd place. Shorty falling a bit behind, but all of them are relatively close together still. Let's see what these players will do in this 3rd turn. How far outside will they go? Catback and Liz both go really outside. However, I have noticed that Yeva does not go as much outside as the other players and somehow still keeps quite a lot of speed to a dirt run. Catback crashes, it touches the wall several times, completely slows down. Where is Shorty? Shorty is nowhere close to Catback, but maybe she can slowly catch up while Yeva and Liz are finishing first, second. Catback is 3rd, and I called it. We will have another draw. This will also certainly not be the last one.
Another draw. It is 2-2 in maps, and it is it's 1-1 in maps. It's 2-2 in points. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's see. We have Catbag at the moment in third place, but does she have a little bit more speed than maybe Eva? No, it doesn't look like it. Eva has the best start into that sausage drift, where it is very easy to fly out if you don't time it right. But of course, they've practiced that so many times, they can probably dream it. All 4 players now quite close together, and it looks like Shorty had a little bit of a better line here. But now it is Liz with more of the exit speed. There's that technical stuff coming out. And this battle for first place is absolutely on fire. Catbag touches now. Eva comes out on top. Liz is still in second place though, but Shorty Gray manages to snipe third place, which means we actually have a victory now for Equinox, and they now take the lead 4-3.
Will they keep up this lead, or will Apex snipe those points right back from them? Let's see how this round will play out. Yeva and Liz in the lead. Catback and Shorty behind them. They're all still close together. How will they approach these technical turns? Catback will touch the outside on that sausage there. Oh, while Yeva and Shorty are sandwiching Liz. Liz almost getting overtaken by Shorty. Will she be able to catch up and maintain all that speed? No, she will not. Liz is still in second place, while Yeva is just pushing it up front. It really looks great for Team Equinox right now, as we're approaching the last few turns. We're about to finish. Shorty overtook Liz, who will finish first. Shorty will finish in first place, very suddenly gathering more speed on the very last time, and we will have an ace, of course, race after teammate Yeva, but it doesn't matter who of them gets first.
What a beautiful line there by Shorty, just overtaking second place suddenly. And now they're on track point. And Apex needs to step it up if they want to take this map back. It was Equinox's map pick. So, I mean, if it looks like, if they all take their own map, then it's all according to the script. But, I mean, who doesn't love to throw a script in the trash and make up your own plan? It is now Eva with the best start here, comes out on top, but Catbag and Liz are on the trail. They're in pursuit, and again, this battle in the front is huge. Eva does look like she has a little bit more speed than Catbag, and she will end up in first place. Catbag in second, Liz in third, and Shorty in fourth place. Beautiful rounds. 8-4 though, track point for Equinox. They only need 2 points and they will take this map home.
Shorty is actually really amazing at gathering up speed for the very last stretch of the map right before the finish. We saw in this last round as well that she actually got a lot more speed and came really close to overtaking the third place. Yeva is in the lead. Liz, Catback overtake her. They're all very tightly going in that dirt turn, really tight together. Let's see who will take this grass well, and it's all of them. Let's see about this drift, respawn. And we have a respawn by Catback. Catback really does not like these right turns, it seems like, on this map. At least sometimes not. Yeva is in the lead. Liz second. We're approaching the finish, and yes, that is a win for Equinox, and that's also a point for them. Since they gain 2 points, they win their own map pick. We will go on to the next map, and if Equinox doesn't win the Apex map pick, they will have to play it out on Glacialis again.
Years lost on Glacialis, maybe. Practicing that map. We're gonna see. Apex picked years lost. They need to win it, otherwise Equinox will take this step 2 for themselves. It's all gonna come down to this. However, we of course are on a map built by Eva. And again, interestingly, picked by the opponents. That does tend to happen a lot, where Eva's map is not picked by Eva, but other players. Maybe it's a psychological thing where she doesn't pick it, so she just wants others to pick it or something. I don't even know. But the fact is we are on this map now. With that beautiful jump at the end, where if you just have a little bit of aim in the wrong spot, you make a whole jump for nothing and you have to respawn it. We have 15 more seconds into this warm-up. Years lost by Eva. Let's see if maybe Equinox can close it out here. Hey, we have a raid by Waves. Thank you so much. You're just in time to watch the grand final of the Women's Racing League Step 2 of Season 2. Equinox and Apex. Susan, go for it.
Yes, we're starting. Let's see if Yeva will be the fastest player on her own map. Immediately we see a mistake by Catback again. My prediction from earlier seems to be true. The Catback is not in the correct mindset because she was cutting it so close. A shorty with a massive mistake driving against the border there, having to respawn this whole section right before a checkpoint. This is a huge time loss for her. So Liz is now the only one left trying to catch up to Yeva, who still has almost a half a second lead, and we're approaching the final jump already. I'm pretty sure Yeva will know how to set up this line, and she does. First place for Yeva. Liz finishes in second. Catback respawned the finish, which means Shorty Grey will overtake and Snipe finish in third place, which means Equinox immediately start off with a victory.
Just like that. There's that final jump that I was talking about. Once you're in the air, there is no going back. You either make it or you lose precious seconds. And Catback did find out about all that. Shorty does not have the best start here. It is Eva who takes the lead on this map. Liz and Catback in pursuit. And Liz managing to get a little bit closer, but a little bit of a weird line, it looks like. Eva presses B to boost and is suddenly just so far ahead, 0.7 ahead of second place and a second of first place. Oh, Catback had to correct that a little bit, almost jumped into that wall. Eva will secure first place with a PB even. Liz in second place, Catback in third. We have a draw. Chat, do your thing.
Raw. I like that one. Alright, let's see how this round will go. Will there be any early mistakes? Shorty with a really weird line sliding out to the right there on that jump. Catback and Yeva at the start. Catback with a very different approach here. Almost touching and then touching in the checkpoint. That almost worked. I have to say I'm really impressed by Catback's line right there. That was so risky and fast. Holy shit. But it did not pay off with the touch on the wall. Shorty Grey even overtaking her. Yeva in first. Liz in second place. So it does look like Equinox will win this round again. Catback also has to respawn right before the jump, which means we have an ace for Equinox. This is a great position for them. They will have now 6 points against 2. Apex Predators will have to do something about this or they will lose.
Mamma mia. Shorty actually aimed her jump a little bit off to the side and bonked the wall before she bonked into the finish. That almost went really, really wrong. 6-2 is a very good position for Equinox to be in. And it is now in the hands of Liz and Catback to do something about that because they need to take this map if they want to have any chance at all of getting it. Eva crashes and also Shorty not with the best start, and that puts Liz and Catback in a very good position now. They need to align that jump correctly or it's gonna be very, very sad. They both get it nicely, and Liz even with a PB a 40.072 is the fastest time. Suddenly it's 6-5 and it's not looking that dire. Apex still a little bit behind, but that is looking better than it did just now.
Yes, they really needed that ace in order to massively catch up before Equinox were getting close to those 9 points. Catback's line worked this time without a touch, but Shorty and Yeva are back up in front. They are ready to fight for this map because they do not want to go to the next one. They want to win right here, right now. They're currently first and second place, but Liz and Catback are really close to Shorty Grey, potentially have a bit more speed, but Shorty Grey will not give up that second spot. Yeva just far in the lead, far out front. Will everyone make the jump? Will there be faster approaches? That's cutting it really close. Shorty Grey almost touched the wall there again, but is actually PBing. That's an ace for Equinox. They're at 9 points now. We will have to see another ace by the Apex Predators again.
Yeah, we'll have to see 2 at least. Or wait, an ace and then maybe a victory will tie it up as well. But they do have to ace it. That is the only scenario now. Eva knows the mission. Just get first or second place and not let up. Catback is in second place, almost she's trying to overtake Eva here. In her neck, breathing down her neck. Also, Liz is very close behind. Catback is doing some teleport strats, which makes it kind of confusing. But Eva, unless she does not align her jump correctly, this is gonna be it. There it is. The last point they needed. Shorty actually PBs. What a great round to end it with. We ended with a draw. Equinox wins step 2 of season 2 of the Women Racing League. Congratulations. Apex put up a really good fight. But with 3-1, Equinox does take the victory. What a beautiful tournament it was this weekend. Wow.
Wow, indeed, GG to the players. What a fun final to watch as well. Of course, I'm sad myself that we did not go to map number 5, but I'm happy for all the players involved and that they managed to close it out on map 4 and did not have to play that ice map that they all love so much. Instead, they love the flip. As I see in chat, Shorty Grey writes, I love flip, 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 I love flip. And I couldn't agree more.
Couldn't be more clear about that, right?
Yes.
I believe it.
I can't believe they didn't pick it if they love it so much.
Exactly. We did not get to see Glacialis, of course, but I think none of the players are as sad about that as we are. So I think they are happy that we managed to close it out.
Plenty today.
I know, but it's so good. It's so good. It's so fun to watch. Let's take a look at the bracket and see what we can gather from this. The Shorkies were in first place seeding after last step. They managed to win that one, but they did not make it this time. And they unfortunately were eliminated, by the Apex Predators, who did make it to the final. Equinox comes out on top. Lunaena made a beautiful third place. And I think we have a wonderful top 4 here with some really, really fast teams. And I don't know if we can already see the standing for in the leaderboard of all the teams, but maybe if we have that, can we show it? And if we don't have that, we're gonna have to wait a little bit and show it later. Let's see. Writing or looking in the chat. Thank you, Liffy. Thank you for all the production behind the scenes as well. And of course, Susan, thank you so much for casting with me today. I hope you had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
But usually do the weeklies. Now you are with me today. Yeah, I think we got some good action, didn't you?
We definitely did get that really good action. And I believe there have at least been some points added for April already, but not all the points, the ones from the final, are still missing in the leaderboard.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see
for the league standings. So maybe we
there
can.
It is.
Yes.
There it is.
Okay, we got it now.
Is it updated? Is the question. Points April, points May. It is updated, I do think.
Yes, it looks good.
And of course, Equinox was not able to play last time. Right? They couldn't make it, I think. And now they came in and just took the victory, just like that. So they are definitely here to game, so to speak. Let's see. Shorkies are still in the lead, I think, with 30 points.
Correct.
Followed by Lunaena with 27, then Apex Predators with 25, and Equinox in with 20. Actually, tied with Molotov, also 20 points. So there's that. Beautiful stuff. I can't wait to see what step 3 has in store for us. Of course, step 3 is going to be happening in May. Hope to see you all there for that as well. Was there anything else to say? When is the next weekly, Susan? You maybe know about that?
I mean, I can quickly look it up myself. I just know that I'm not actually there for the next weekly, so I don't have it marked in my calendar. But of course, I can always quickly look that up. The next weekly will be on the 3rd of May, so just next week, next Saturday, we will play Delightful Winter by North End Cheese Lover. You know, the one we just saw, the very technical map with the cheese at the start and the skateboard, quarter pipe flip flop zigzag in the end. We will play that as our next weekly event at 1 hour past cup of the day on the 3rd of May next Saturday.
Nice. Let's see. We're gonna hold on that for a little minute. Let's see. I see a question in chat. Do we have a map list for the next step yet? That should be released maybe somewhere today, but I will put a question mark on that. I still need to hear from production that that is actually going to happen. We do want to release that as soon as possible, of course. Let me see if that is... If we can get an answer on that. And if we don't get an answer in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to say, stay tuned. We're going to give you that information as soon as possible. Yeah, I'm not getting an answer yet from production. So we don't know yet. As soon as possible, the maps will come out. Well, Flippy included. I'm sensing some trauma in the chat from some people. It is already notorious.
We got it.
You got it? Wait, let's see.
It's Glacialis, Red Barricade, Years Lost, Valorate, and Delightful Winter, so no more Flip, but more Glacialis.
There you go. Glacialis will still be appearing. Red Barricade makes a return. Years Lost is back. Valorate's back, and Delightful Winter is back. Of course, that is for step 3, and the champion event will have, if I'm not mistaken, all the maps. So you do want to keep up a little bit of practice at least, but for at least for a month, you can kind of forget about it. So there you go. That is your map list for next week. We will put a nice step campaign for you to practice. And I think this might be where we end the broadcast. Did I forget anything? I don't think I did. I think we covered everything.
I think so as well. And if there's any more information or questions, that will of course get communicated on the Discord server. So make sure to always check those channels over there. If you need any info, never hesitate to ask. We will all do our best to answer you with as much clarity as we can.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us today for the finals of the second step for the Women Racing League. It was so much fun, and I hope I see all of you for the weekly on Saturday, and then for step 3 as well in May.
There you go. Susan, once again, thank you so much for joining me on the cast today. You did a wonderful job. Chat, thank you so much. I loved your spellings of drawer. There were very many interesting creative ideas. Maybe we can get thinking on some better ones. Let's raid someone. I don't know who we're going to raid yet. Does anyone have an idea who we are going to raid today? Because we do have a bunch of people here, and it would be fun to make someone happy with a bunch of viewers. Raid Trackmania NCSA. That is who we are raiding. So don't go anywhere. Stay. Line up a nice blah or a blep or something fun. Someone put a fun raid message in chat, and everybody get ready to copy paste that. And I think we're ready to go then. Production behind the scenes, production in our ear. Thank you so much, Lorai, and everybody, of course, behind the scenes. Much appreciated. All the referees and all the staff. Susan, thank you so much. And we'll all see you next time. Bye-bye. Stay fabulous.